Hey guys, it's been a while. We are creating the Skeleton King from Clash Royale versus the Firecracker. ClayClaim. In today's video we will have a close look at the Skeleton King, the new champion card in Clash Royale. Spoilers ahead, I've been playing Clash Royale for years now. I haven't stopped playing. Still my go-to game when I'm on the blue. Big shout out to my friend Armando who's playing together with me. We start with the armature, the aluminum wire. We have two colors for the main skeleton skull color, which is white and this ochre, and we start coating. The Skeleton King is unlocked upon reaching King level 14. I am right before reaching King level 13 right now. Things will change from there, so I'm still pretty excited that they expanded the king levels in general. Last week we've been visiting the upcoming game Clash Minis, and thanks so much for all your lovely comments about these tiny creatures. I'm really looking forward to this game, but also the other twos, Clash Quest and Clash Heroes. But we won't talk much about this in today's video, because this is the stage for the Skeleton King, the king of the undead himself. He sometimes feels lonely, could be due to his non-flattering features, and will summon friends to join him in the battle even after death. Tough guy, have feelings too. I can agree on this. We are creating the sandals. This could be one of my highlights of the character design we have on this Skeleton King, the sandals. I mean, bad guy wearing sandals? Really? I just love stuff like this. When it comes to the character design, we have, well, the Skeleton King as a hunky skeleton wearing a dark breastplate, a skirt, and a team-colored belt. And many of these things, well, I was really struggling with, especially the skirt. I came up with different solutions, which I'll introduce you in this video. We are working on the skull right now. The teeth, one is missing. I can't laugh about this after losing some teeth of my own in a bike accident, but let's create him the way the designer intended him to be. We have the lower jaw, also some teeth missing. I'm wondering why he lost his teeth. Placing the skull onto the torso. And to save the current state, we put him into the oven for just a few minutes. Meanwhile, let's prepare the beautiful color of his breastplate. His armor, which is made of silver, black, and we will also throw in a little bit of dark blue to get this really beautiful color. And once the skeleton is finished and freshly baked, coming out of the oven, we start coating his whole body, his whole appearance, and put him into the armor. Let's start with the breastplate. The breastplate has a specific form, which I try to achieve by getting some clay behind him, some in front, and slowly we will work our way to the final form of the breastplate. We have some recesses for the arms, and you may have wondered why I created that many details on the skeleton itself, because we won't see all of these bones. For me, it was quite important that when looking into the recesses area of the breastplate, that we can still see accurate bones. Same goes also for the skirt. He has a beautiful collar as neck protection in the same color as the other part of the armor, with some spikes on this. And to be honest, now it's getting really complicated. We have the belt. the beautiful belt with the belt buckle, the orange golden belt buckle, and it's also the connection piece going right or leading right into the skirt, which we have to create. And the style of a chainmail, which we will also find around his head, the backside of his head. This is going to be the thorn application for the neck protection. And the next building side is going to be the gloves, the hands, and also the hand expression. We have the right hand holding the club and also the left hand ready to summon some beautiful skeletons, which I have created a lot in the past. I hope you have seen the shorts here on YouTube just this week. Definitely go check it out. I created the skeleton army as a placeholder for the club. We are using this piece of wood, this chopstick, and we get the fingers in position grabbing this piece of wood. Now the coat. It's a very thin layer of dark blue, which we destroy and demolish by cutting some tiny holes into this. The coat is connected to the breastplate by buttons, which we will create. They have a yellow, golden yellow, beautiful color, which we will also need for the belt buckle. Notice the beautiful flutter in the coat by using the chopstick. And the coat itself is attached with the buttons, which we are creating right now. It's a mixture, one-on-one gold and also yellow clay, which we can now bring into position. It's the exact same color, which we will also use for the belt buckle. I'd like to speak about the strategy of the Skeleton King. To be honest, I haven't played a lot with him, because for me it's quite difficult. He costs 4 elixirs to play, but in reality you have to pay 6. 4 elixir for the king and then spend a further 2 elixirs on his ability, which makes him a really cost-intensive card, in my opinion. We now attach the crown to his skull, to his head, and we have some further work to do on the crown. We have these beautiful jewelry, which goes right in the front, also on the side, each side, on the back side. And then the chainmail on the back head, which we are working on right now. It's this dark silver, and we need a lot of these tiny, round-shaped chainmail elements. This is why I'm using a fresh plate for this, and we'll attach these later on, but now let's focus on the club. I'm using some balsa wood. It's a very lightweight wood, which we will use as the filling, because otherwise the club is just too heavy, and we can, well, first define the shape and then coating it also in the very same dark silver clay and bring on the thorns. Yes. I read an awesome strategy for this guy. He is or can well be used in swarm heavy decks, since friendly troops will count as a soul to him. You can place like a skeleton army right around him, and to counter him you can simply place a small spell to defeat all the tiny skeletons, and then place a ranged or air troop to counter the Skeleton King. I'm not really sure how much HP he has, but I think it's pretty good, and this also makes him as an excellent defensive card with his splash damage against other troops. Now these are the thorns, which we can put onto the club. It looks quite beautiful. I really like this shape. And for the handle, I think we will also use a chopstick, maybe a thinner one. But we have like this ending thorn, which also will be sticked right onto this wooden piece, which we are coating with brown clay. Maybe we can also bring in this beautiful pattern, as if some leather is wrapped around as a handle. When it comes to Clash Royale weapons, we have seen so many different ones, but I think this one will definitely be in my top 5. I have a short announcement over on Patreon. We just released, literally just released, the first ClayStation video. Go check it out, it's public for everyone.
I'm such a pro.
Pro in dying.
I would love this to be more physical, like clay.
How would you call that?
Probably clay console or PlayStation.
Okay, PlayStation is nice.
Welcome to Tea Talk.
In this very first ClayStation video over on Patreon, we introduce you to this crazy project, show you the current state and what our ideas are for the future. You can support us now on Patreon and bring this project to life, the ClayStation. Go check it out over on Patreon, the very first PlayStation video where we are building this real live game console with clay, cardboard, wood. This video is public for everyone. Go check it out. Now for the Skeleton King, the character is almost finished. We have this chainmail pattern also on his head, and we will attach the backside of the crown to the head as well. And then the most difficult challenge is ahead of us with the other part of the chainmail as his skirt. And we are going to do a little trick of this to create the skirt with this piece of cardboard, which we are wrapping around the Skeleton King. Maybe we can attach it with a paper clip. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't for amazing new Clash mini content, which I am planning right now. Also with a beautiful animation. Now, you may see the struggle right here. Creating a chainmail like this feels more like a punishment to me than real crafting. I can't tell you how difficult this was. I'm going to show you an alternative way to achieve this similar look, but let me finish this first. The last pieces also on the back side. I really hope this won't fall apart after oven hardening. Okay, but it looks so beautiful. The easy way would go like this. You take a chopstick, make the beautiful pattern, wrap it around, finished. But as I really like to suffer, we are doing it the hard way and we are ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked Skeleton King, the last working steps ahead. I really hope it won't fall apart. Carefully removing the cardboard. It's loose. Okay, okay, we need some super glue for this. Getting it together. Okay, now we can glue it back in position, and it looks so beautiful. I really love this pattern on the chainmail. We have some pieces right here, which we can also glue in position. Now we have some further pieces, which will help to finish the skirt on the back side, also with super glue. But let me tell you again, this was a real struggle. If you want to do it the easy way, I won't judge you. I just showed you the technique to do it in the easy way, and I highly recommend doing it this way. We need a tiny hole for the handle of the club, which we can just stick into the balsa wood, getting the weapon into his hand, and I guess that's it! The Skeleton King from Clash Royale!
I hope you enjoyed the video with the Skeleton King and also with the tiny animation. I enjoyed the whole process a lot. Please let me know what you would like to see next. Leave it down in the comments. And remember, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Bye. Take good care. Bye.